The energy of collapse is on the rise. I'm seeing it in my clients. We're all seeing it in systems, especially in institutions and political systems. This energy of collapse is part of the cycle that all systems go through. They are either moving up to the next highest level of order and organization, or they are heading downward into collapse and eventual destruction, only to start the cycle again. Hi, I'm Fran Gallagher. I'm an intuition coach and consultant. And right now, my clients, many of them are going through some aspect of collapse in their lives, in some part of their lives. It can show up in any part of our lives or in any part of a system. What do we do about it? How do we handle it? Well, understanding that collapse is always present. So if you're in the northern hemisphere right now, the growing season is in collapse. Your garden is in collapse. The trees around you that are deciduous are losing their leaves, and they're in a form of collapse. And of course, they'll be growing again in the spring. So if we accept that collapse is part of the cycle, then we can cope with it. Now, of course, sometimes collapse is far more pervasive than we thought it was going to be or that we want it to be. When this happens, of course, we have to move into acceptance. But the most powerful thing that we can do is create more and more stability within ourselves, no matter what else is going on around us. So are you feeling this energy of collapse? I don't know how you couldn't right now, but think about it. Are there people who are in collapse in your world? Are there systems, situations, institutions, organizations, even ideas, even strategies that are on their way toward collapse? So you finding stability within yourself, you finding your ability to ride the energies of collapse without you collapsing emotionally. So let's do a meditation to help you with that. I want you to get comfortable and make sure you've turned off your phone, you have silenced your devices. Maybe you know that you're in a quiet moment where you're less likely to be interrupted. You can always pause this if you're listening to it, and you will be listening to it as a recording. So call light to yourself. This is the light of enlightenment. It is the light that is often pictured around the heads of saints and angels. Breathe in the light and let your lungs fill with light, and your lungs will make that light available to every cell in your body. See and feel yourself filled with light and surrounded by light. This is your time. These are your moments for your growth and self-care. And again, see and feel yourself filled with light and surrounded by light. Now expand that light. Take it out to fill the room you are in. Take it out beyond that room. Take it out into the building and beyond the building, surrounding your home, any building you are in. And take the light all the way out to the edge of the atmosphere so that the entire planet is surrounded by light. Good. Now, you can leave it here. Maybe you stopped expanding a little while ago and you might be expanded to the tops of the tallest trees, to the tops of the tallest buildings. All of that is fine. You find your level of comfort. And some of you may have already expanded all the way out to the edge of the universe. That's fine too. Now, I want you to imagine that you can perceive the energy within this bubble of light. Some of that energy is your physical energy. Some of it is the energy of universal mind. Some of it is the energy of you, aspects of you that are non-physical, such as your emotional energy, your spiritual energy, the energy of aliveness and sexuality. And imagine that all of these energies are parts of systems, small systems, large systems. And imagine that every one of those systems is in a cycle of either moving toward the highest level of order and organization or moving toward collapse. Because you can be aware of the energy of, let's say, political systems. Your awareness has drawn that energy into your field, and in that bubble of light is the energy of political systems doing its thing. So just imagine the enormity of all this collapse, all of this rebirth and recreation, all of it going on within your enormous system. And then breathe. Allow yourself to relax and know that everything is going about its own unique business. And then bless yourself, knowing that you are going about your unique business. Nobody else has exactly your agenda. No one else has your dreams, your exact aspirations. Good. And now imagine that you can send light to all the people in your world, those who are predominantly in a level of healing and creativity, where their energy is moving toward the next highest level of order and organization. Send light to them, to everyone around you who is growing, who is willing to change, who is nurturing their stability and self-care, even though they may also be surrounded by collapse. And then carefully, gently, slowly send light to the people around you. Just think of a handful of people who might be experiencing collapse. Send light to them. Good. All you have to do is think of sending light, and it comes or goes to where you send it. Now, send light without really centering too much on where it's going, but send light to systems that are engaged in collapse. Blessing them, knowing that these systems are going about their unique business just as you are. And now, again, gently, just briefly send light to the systems within you that are going through collapse. Because we have to have collapse going on to make way for the new. If you are exactly where you want to be right now, if all of your functioning is at the level you want it to be, then you don't have to worry about this. But that's not true for me. I'm growing and changing and aspiring. How about you? So send light to the aspects of you that are being pruned, that are going into collapse because they no longer serve you. Send light to them and allow yourself to feel any acceptance. And if you meet with a little bit of resistance, that's normal. Notice it and go on. You might feel all of this enormous change within you. Everything that is moving upward to a higher level of order and organization. Everything that is moving upward toward healing and recreation. And everything that is moving into collapse and falling away. And then if there's any energy of collapse that's really actually invading your space a little bit, that's a little bit problematic, that might be taking you down a little bit. Right now, you can know where it's coming from or not, but send light to that energy. Send light to those beings. They may benefit from your compassion. And that light will block what is coming to you from them. Send light and now send love. Breathe in light and exhale, sending it out. Breathe in love in your world and exhale, sending it out. And now just be aware of the energies that you can't tell if they're going into a recreation cycle, therefore they are moving into collapse, or if they are moving up into creativity. You might not be able to tell, but you can notice the energies that are moving. They can be doing this, they can be sparkling. Just become aware of the energies as energies in your field. And bless all of it. You are a miracle in progress. And so am I. And so are the people around us. Now, I want you to send out a big pulse of light to all of it. All of it. Good. Good. And now, you can either turn off this recording and hang out here for a little while, or you can leave it going and begin coming back. Bringing your awareness back and back. Back to our galaxy, if you went out to the edge of the atmosphere, to the edge of the cosmos, back to our galaxy, back to our solar system. Back to our planet, that blue-green planet. Back to your hemisphere. Back to your country. Back to your state or province. Back to your city or town. Back to your neighborhood. Back to your home. Back to the room you are in. And back to your physical body. And now, fully inhabit your body, from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Center and ground, especially to your low belly. You can even gently pull up on the perineum, in on the low belly. Feel your arms and legs. If you want, you can wiggle your fingers and toes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Return to the room feeling relaxed, refreshed, and ready to go on with your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's be careful about self-care right now so that we stay as stable as possible. If you're in the northern hemisphere, especially higher latitudes, this is a quieter time of the year and you might need more sleep. Be sure and get enough sleep. Be sure to nourish yourself and have time off, a time for rest and reflection. All right, take care of yourself. Thanks for joining me.